Hello, it's Marla. This is a message that I channeled in the beginning of October 2019 from a collective of souls called the Sons and Daughters of Liberty. And within this collective is the energy of the founding fathers and mothers of the United States and those that took part in the creation of the nation. I'm being guided to share this message now. Today, for a couple reasons. It is the 288th birthday of President Washington today, but also the number vibration is February 22nd, 2020. That's 22222. And those numbers correlate with balance, diplomacy, partnership. And that's really what this message is about. This message is about overcoming the polarity of the two parties that are prominent in the United States, and how in the future there will be the rising of a third party, which will break the control that the two parties have had for a very long time. It is a loving message. Originally, I was going to send this message out as a transcribed written message, but I'm being guided to share it instead as a video. In the original recording of the message, as I channeled it directly, and within the message there is brief light language. For those of you that don't know about light language, it is the universal language of love. Two very short sections. Again, I thought about removing those, but I'm being guided to leave them in because it's the original channeling with the vibrations and the light language that can offer a deeper healing to those that listen. If you're really uncomfortable with light language, or you would like to share it as a written document, you can find the link to that in the About section of this video. I will have it transcribed on my website. But I encourage you to listen to the original channeling because you'll feel the vibrations differently through the channeling than just reading it. If you would like more information about me, if you would like to know about readings with me, or to read my blogs, my website is marlakelly.com. Thank you so much, and now on to the message.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. But we have been divided. We know through the Civil War that a house divided cannot stand against itself. And we thought we had preserved union, but we have not. We are divided, not due to slavery. We are divided by our own minds, by our own beliefs, and by our own levels of intolerance. We are divided through a two-party system. And it's not because one party is right and one party is wrong. It is because people become so anchored to philosophies, ideologies, that it becomes all or nothing. And one cannot see the positives on one side and the positives on the other side. They become so attached to their belief that they are threatened by anything outside of their political title. Truly, this country would benefit from a more balanced view For as long as there's polarity, nothing much can be achieved. For two parties are just always at odds with each other. There needs to come a time where hands reach across the table. This will come about through the opposition to both parties by a third party, for it is the only way to break men out of their rhetoric. And through the third party, new ground will be built, expanding on what is positive in both. Because without the influence of a third party, the hardcore line can never be broken. All will just remain as the status quo. Asikina mo ono kayata tagina ayana tasikina. Hoso ona kiataniata ko ono maana saki. Ti ana ona sakina maana sakane haoyana kihini kia. Is the breaking of the party line by the third force that will be able to achieve a true sense of union, a true sense of indivisibility in the United States. And division would never come from outside, but would always be seen internally. Americans, step outside the party rhetoric and educate yourselves on those basic tenets that those parties were founded on. And that is where you will once again be able to see truth. Stop aligning with the rhetoric that serves no purpose but division. By this we do not mean that there will only be one form of dialogue. For dialogue between parties is healthy, and it keeps us in the state of evolution that is good and necessary for the advancement of humankind. What we mean to say is to educate yourselves on the true tenets of the parties, so that you remove the blindfold that has been put around your eyes due to rhetoric that is meant to keep you polarized and therefore enslaved, and use those core tenets as a springboard into right and true government that acts on behalf of all its citizens. Currently, there is no proper dialogue, and it is only through the opposition of the third party that true and honest communication with a hand towards betterment, philosophical advancement, and benefit will open, rather than simply arguing. Your hearts, and therefore your minds, are closed to seeing the other person's side, to seeing the good in each other, to seeing the patriotism that each other truly wants to express on some level, for to advance, to stand strong, means to be able to look with open eyes and open hearts and open minds at every single possibility. And from that truth, choosing a righteous course for this nation that breaks through party barriers and comes straight from the heart, that each citizen may feel seen, honored, and in their rightful place of this great nation. And so it is.